Dame Dollar. 61 points and the big win. Jalen, let's celebrate Dame against the Mavs.
I tried to tell you guys this gentleman was special at playing basketball. He been doing this since day one. The Portland Trail Blazers have been in the playoffs every year except his rookie season. I remember early when the Warriors were on their dynastic type runs, he was giving them buckets. How about how he shot down the Houston Rockets, game-winning 3, eliminated them from the playoffs? Same with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, broke up Russ and PG. Look at that over Chandler Parsons. That broke the play, Jacoby. That was not even the call in the huddle. This changes careers. You see Dwight Howard in a Rockets uniform. You see Paul George in an OKC uniform. This changes real estate agents on the phone and trying to figure out situations for pros. Dame Dollar, Mama's Boys, Logo Lillard has done that. Putting up 50s, putting up 60s, waving bye-bye. I'm just saying, dog, he's an elite performer. Pay attention.
He really is. He really is an elite performer. 3 60-point games all this season. And he said before he went down to the bubble that he just needs a chance. Just give him a chance. If he's going to go down there, give him a chance to make the playoffs. They did, and it really looks like he is going to make the playoffs. But I was so happy for him watching this game and watching this magnificent historical performance. And then after the game, we all seen it by now. He did this. Just look at the attitude. Look at the scowl. Jalen, very simple question. You just won the game, dog. Why are you so mad?
Because he slept on. And Jacoby, he didn't choose to join a super team. He got drafted by Portland. You know this as a great producer in the game over 20 years. The only way we're going to talk about them is if they balling. Okay? And he's been able to lead them to the playoffs. They made the Western Conference Finals. They're a team that when you look in the rearview mirror at an AFC, you're like, wait a minute, the Lakers got to play them in the first round? It's like, wait, hold on. Like, hold on.
Like with the number one. I thought we were number one seed, and that was Dame.
I want to see it. LeBron better get on the phone with Avery Bradley.
He's on the phone. He got people at Avery Bradley's house, texts, emojis, DMs, phone calls.
For real,
I got a private plane in Avery Bradley's driveway right now. Like, listen, I'm not saying you have to come, but I'm saying if you do want to come, my plane is waiting outside your house, and it'll take you directly to Orlando where you can get a COVID test and get on the court. You know that is the case. I love Dame so much. Not only did he play his way potentially into the playoffs last night, but I think he might have played his way into something else. We learned that the NBA is going to be giving away sort of bubble awards. Just for these 88 games, sort of MVP awards for the bubble. Jalen, who do you have as your Orlando MVP?
I wish that they would give some special off-wax awards like receive the best video via DM or sent out the best video on Twitter. You know, got the best response from a celebrity in the bubble. I wish those were the type of awards.
Longest FaceTime call in the bubble. And Lou Will, the annual Lou Will Lemon Pepper Award.
But I feel like Dame MVP, no doubt about it. I mean, what Portland needs to get done, he's delivering. He came on this show and told us. Like, people are saying what he was talking about, what he was going to do when he got to the bubble. Well, he said that on this show. And shout out to TJ Warren, who had been averaging 20 all year, and all of a sudden the pandemic hit and the world stopped and started paying attention to him, and he erupted for big numbers. And how about Gary Trent Jr. under the radar, not MVP like old bubble type conversation, but man, his productivity has been something that they've really needed for that squad. And how about the undefeated Phoenix Suns?
That's the thing. They always say MVP. MVP, they always say best player, best team. And if you look at that, best team, undefeated Suns, best player, Devin Booker. I had Devin Booker as my MVP, but that was before Dame scored 61. For real. I mean, averaging over 30, 6 assists a game. I mean, he's led the best player. He's been the best player on the best team in the regular season, in the bubble. However, this is Dame Lillard's award, and he is going to win it, and he is going to make the playoffs, and he is going to give the Lakers problems, and I can't wait for it. Moving on to who will likely be this year's actual regular season MVP, a gentleman by the name of Giannis Antetokounmpo. They have locked in the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. They're just out there tuning up, getting rhythm, getting ready for the playoffs for their first 1-8 matchup against the Magic. And wait a second, something happened against the Wizards, who have nothing to play for. Last night, there's a little back and forth between him and your Michigan Wolverine brethren, Moritz Wagner. And then, wait, was that did he just, they're talking a little bit. And then Giannis just straight up comes over and headbutts him. Just headbutts him. Wagner sells it a little bit. Jalen, is this a key to sort of getting into Giannis's head over the course of a 7-game series? We've seen him go back and forth with a couple hold me back moments in the bubble. Can opposing teams use this against him?
That's just a precursor to possibly seeing a lot more WWE on ESPN. And we love that. You see Giannis auditioning, getting his Gronk on. How about this? When you're the back-to-back MVP, I like the fact that you're so very intense that the Washington Wizards can get you so emotionally invested that you would want to do that to any one of their players when you guys are playing for way different goals. But at the same time, you can't be doing this, big fella. No. Anything can happen. Okay, you headbutting somebody. What if you would have got a little knot? What if it would have caused some blood? Like, anything could have become a recurrent injury. Like, you got to hold the big fella accountable, and he know he can't be making decisions like that, especially at this point of the season.
I'm going to do the media thing and take this too far, Jalen. A couple things could have happened. You were talking about potentials. Let's say he headbutts. Let's say Mo Wagner punches him back, and then Giannis feels obligated. Next thing you know, you're in a scrum. You're suspended for a couple playoff games. And one of the greatest things that LeBron James did in that magical run to beat the 73-win Warriors in Game 7 was make Draymond Green punch him in the junk. LeBron did that. He stepped over him intentionally, knowing that Draymond Green was an emotional, fiery player, and he used that to his advantage. Potentially, if I was an opposing coach on an opposing team, I'd throw in my backup center, my backup power forward, and say, listen, get into it with Giannis. Use that to your advantage. Maybe get him suspended for a game. Maybe get him kicked out of a game like he got kicked out of this one.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.